Good day. I'd just like to go over this key concept of variables. Now, I don't plan on making videos for every lesson or subsection, but I do plan on making instructional videos for very sticky topics or foundational ideas so that we're all on the same page and everybody can be level set. So, in this section, we'll go over some properties of variables in Python. Like in basic algebra, variables can hold numbers, but in the realm of programming, they can hold a wide variety of information. String variables are the basis for textual interaction in Python. Strings are literally a string of characters or symbols combined together. You can think of them as cells placed in order next to one another. Each cell has a single ASCII character inside of it. In this instance, we type the word hello in a string of 5 cells. Each cell in the string of characters has a number assigned to it, starting at cell 0 and moving on up. So, for instance, the letter H is in cell 0. And if I wanted to know what is inside cell number 1, I will find that the letter E is inside of it, which is the second letter in the string. Moving on to integers and floating point notation, also known as floats. Integers are simply whole, negative, or positive numbers to include the number 0, which 0 is an integer. Floats, on the other hand, are non-whole numbers, basically decimals that can be either positive or negative. So oftentimes are used to represent fractions. Boolean variables are simply variables that state true or false. They are used in Boolean equations, also known as logical equations, to determine if a statement is true or false. A variable that's rather straightforward, if you know, this is a very powerful tool, as you'll see moving forward. Now let's open PyCharm and play around with these variables. Now that we have PyCharm open, we can go over some of the data types in Python. So in Python, variables can be set to be an integer, float, string, or a Boolean by starting off by defining what that data type is going to hold. So for instance, I can type num1 is equal to 3. And then num2 is equal to 2. Now if we wanted to add num1 and num2 together, we could simply dump the sum of num1 and num2 into a variable result is equal to num1 plus num2. And then to print off that result onto the console, we simply put down print result. And what happens when we run the program, we get the answer is 5. Now, say we wanted to add a string of characters that says the result is 5. And then we'd have to go here and put in the result is, put the string the result is plus result, and let's see what happens if we run it like this. Obviously there's an error, and the error is we can't combine the string the result is with an integer, so we have to convert the variable result to a string. And you can simply do that by putting this function here and then closing off the print function, and now we're good to go. And say, well, I need to add a space here to make it work. And here, the result is 5. All right. So now that we've gone over integers, we can go over floats. And say we want to make this a float, so we'll go ahead and make this num1 5.5 and num2 say 4.4. And so we want to do num1 is equal to 5.5 plus num2 is equal to 4.4. We dump the result into the result variable, add this string, and then run the program. And we get the result is 9.9. So you just have to keep in mind uh, what these data types are, what they can or cannot do, and what you can and cannot mix together when you're programming. So we've gone over some examples of integers, floats, and strings. In Module 3, we'll deal with Boolean variables in more detail. But for now, just know that how you can either set them as true or false. For example, the variable, let's put the variable down here, open is equal to true. And you automatically set the variable open to true. Or you can set the variable open to false. And you can tell these are reserved statements because the text turned orange. So this goes down the path of Boolean functions. And in this course, we'll show you how to implement Boolean functions in Python, but we don't go over the logic of Boolean functions in great detail. If you don't understand Boolean functions, well, reach out to me and I'll show you some resources to review. And that is all for this section on variables. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next section.